Welcome, everyone. This is Bear Football Halftime Report. I'm Aldo Gandia filling in for John Buffone, who's dealing with 2 inches of water in his basement. Coach D is to my screen left or screen right. I forget what it's called. And Danny Shimon is also here. Guys, the first quarter was an excellent display of football by the Chicago Bears. They took a 10-0 lead, and then things have flipped in the second quarter. The Lions have scored 13 unanswered points. Danny Shimon, I saw you tweet out that the call on 4th down and 1, the pitch out to DJ Moore was probably going to change the momentum of the game, and it did. So go ahead, take it from there.
Yeah, it's Luke Getsy at his finest. I mean, he comes in the first quarter. He's doing what I've been asking him to do all year, which is utilize the run game, utilize Justin's ability to run with the football, mixing some passing, some run there as well. I think he did a good job, just like the first Lions game he did as well. And then he gets cute. 4th and 1. He goes with that toss pitch. You are beating this team at the line of scrimmage. Your right side is caving in their defensive line. You have a Dante Foreman run there. He can get a 1 yard. Do the tush push. Justin will get a 1 yard. Why get fancy? Why get creative? And that was a huge momentum swing there for the Lions, who pretty much the Bears were controlling the game throughout that pretty much that first half. And that play happens. Momentum shifts over now to Detroit. Next thing you know, although like you said, 13 unanswered points by Detroit. And now the Bears go into halftime losing. This is where I talk about Luke Getsy and his play calling. He just picks plays here and there, doesn't have a thought process in terms of how to call plays correctly. There is no reason to get fancy or cute there. That was a dumb, stupid play call, and it's cost the Bears 13 unanswered points, in my opinion.
Coach T, you were doing breathing exercises before we went live to calm yourself down. Go ahead, let her rip, man.
I want to have coherent thoughts, right? But I agree with Danny. It's just not your opinion, Danny. It's more specifically, right? We asked for Luke Getsy to be more power oriented with his running game, come in with heavier personnel, and he did that for the most part. I don't understand zone read on first down, and then in that situation you go away from your zone read. I think in that situation where he made the dumb play call, you go with your zone read in those situations. So I tweeted out, there's nothing wrong with a run zone read or run play action. Get yourself in a short starter situation. You know what I'm saying? I think the stat now is it's 3 points off of 5 turnovers now for Luke. And it's just, it's frustrating because right there, your defense has additional plays on the field. Now you get us off pace to play complementary football. And now that's how the momentum swing happens, because now the defense has played another series of plays because you couldn't sustain the drive. It's just crazy to me. It's maddening.
Guys, I see some people are criticizing Justin Fields, and I frankly, he didn't play a perfect first half, but I'm a little bit bewildered by why people would be upset and saying they're off the Justin Fields train, like Joe T, my buddy. Danny, I see you shaking your head. Why don't you respond to those who are quitting on Justin?
Although I don't know what to say, man. I just don't know what to say. I mean, and how would you say that first half was on Justin Fields? You get off his train. Like
it's a lazy take, man. It's fucking lazy. Let's just call it what it is, bro. Don't sugarcoat the shit. It's fucking lazy, man. I'm tired of y'all, bro. You're not looking close enough at the goddamn game. You're not looking close enough. It's not necessary. And I'm not trying to be overly like protective of the kid. Like if you understand coherent football, complementary football, then there's nothing you can damn do in this situation. If you score right there, you get fucking 17 points. Now it's 17-3. You got momentum. Yep. How do you put that? Where's the throws? We're running the ball with I'm sorry, Danny, but I'm tired of this shit, bro.
Right, man. I'm for sure, but it's like I've been here defending this kid for about sounds like almost 2 years now. It's like, guys, let this kid play. Let him do. He's out there. He's making plays. You think Tyson Bagent would have gotten those points in the first half? The pocket was collapsing on me. He had to run around, scramble, make some plays. And unless I look at all 22 and I see a receiver blatantly wide open, him not throwing the ball, I didn't see that so far on the TV replays. So he's out there making plays, running with the ball, keeping the drives alive, getting creative with the football, making throws on a play. That nice throw to Cole Kmet 41 yards down the football field. The one thing I want to see him, I want to see him get a little bit more involved with DJ Moore here in the second half. But it's like, what is the kid? It's like if you're blaming Justin Fields for this first half that the Bears are down, to the Lions, you just don't want Justin Fields. You're looking for an excuse. You think a rookie quarterback, a Caleb Williams or a Drake May, is going to come in here and light up this team next year with the same damn coaching staff, with Luke Getsy calling the same stupid ass plays, going through his Madden script? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You can bring in whoever the hell you want. This is not Justin Fields' problem. This is a Luke Getsy problem.
Perhaps people are looking at the stat sheet and being frustrated. Justin was 4 for 8 out of 81 yards. That's not bad. He was sacked 3 times. I think maybe one of those sacks you could say was on him holding the ball too long. Justin ran for 50 yards on 7 carries. Coach, I'd love for you to spend a minute talking to us about the type of athletic quarterbacks that are in the NFL and why there are ineffective marriages with offensive coordinators who don't know how to properly utilize these athletic quarterbacks. And can you provide an example?
Yeah, I think somebody that does it just a little bit, a lot better than Luke Getsy, but a good comp is Lamar Jackson. You can have an athletic quarterback, but it's how you use them, right? Again, if you paid attention to the play calls in the first half, you're going 1st and 10 zone read, right? That's condiments. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time on my show. Zone read and RPO game is, to me, is condiments, right? It's not a main course, right? It's not a main course. It's not meat and potatoes football. Like Danny was describing earlier, you're controlling the line of scrimmage. You got Deontay Foreman come in there, whether it's under center, but rather go 12 personnel. Great things happen with Corey Blasingame is in the game. Run the ball, right? Get us to short situations. And if you're going to call your zone read then or inside the zone, inside the red zone or to goal situation, you call it then, pull it, because you get the defense something to think about. But it's like it's bipolar with the guy, man. Outside of the first 15 plays, in every game, right? And they even said it on the announcer, right? They said it. He's having trouble outside of his original 15-play script. Like the national media is onto it now. And listen, if you watch football and the only version of football you watch is the live version of it, then we can't even have a conversation.
Guys, look at the opposite field. Look what Ben Johnson's doing with Detroit. All their formations, they all look similar. They all look like they're 12 personnel. They rarely get 3 or 4 receivers set out there, but they continue to pass the football out of that. And that's what you got to do. You got to set up the defense where they think it could be a run, it could be a pass. They're on their heels. Next, play action, bam, you're getting a 15-yard play down the football field. Make the reads easier and simpler for your quarterback. Confuse the defense. Give them a half a step. Make them half a step slower to diagnose what you're doing. And now, next thing you know, you're making big chunks. Use your run game, the ability to run a football, which Luke Getsy, I've been saying it week in and week out, whether you like it or not. This team is a running football team. That's what they do best on offense. Utilize that. Look what Ben Johnson's doing. And that's what I'm saying. This is what's so frustrating. I wonder what a coordinator like Ben Johnson looks at Justin Fields and says, man, what I could do with this kid in my huddle, as leading my offense. That's what I'm kind of salivating at and hoping that maybe that Ben Johnson could be here or someone like that. I'm saying him specifically, but someone who's creative, who could take what this kid does best, what the Bears do best as an offense, and utilize that and be creative and make plays down the football field. Luke Getsy came from one system. That's all he knows, and he has no idea how to call plays. He doesn't know how to set up one play to another. I'm sorry. I am done with Luke Getsy.
I said prior to the game on my pregame show, or I said it a couple of days earlier this week. I said this game is going to be the fire Luke Getsy game because you have no excuse. You had him on the ropes 2 weeks ago. You'll make adjustment from game to game. You should come back with some kind of coherent game plan. But I want to cook the take that you put up a few minutes ago, Aldo. Listen, this hold the ball narrative, y'all got to kill that shit. It's not real, right? You go back and you watch the film, you watch the routes on all 22. You show me routes consistently throughout the season that were open. You show me routes where the route combination are in concert, meaning they're coherently matched out, meaning you're closing the window of the quarterback's eyes, meaning if you have a 9 route, out route, hitch route, and you have two back end routes that's coming towards the quarterback's eyes where he doesn't have to read all over the place, where he can read left to right with consistency. You tell me that. Like, you guys watch beyond the damn live broadcast of the show, right? And before you make these all out assumptions of what you're seeing, it's on the attention nationally is on the right person, Luke Getsy, for a reason. I don't care, like Danny said, I don't care who you bring in here. Guess what? We got to fix that first. We got to fix that before we fix anything else.
Okay, so going into the second half, the Lions are going to get the ball back. You guys, if you're defensive coaches, what are you telling your defensive players who really had a good first half? They unfortunately, the coaching errors or player errors, whatever you want to, however you want to put it on offense, put the defense out there for quite a bit of time. The time of possession totally flipped from first quarter to second quarter. I'll start with you, Danny. What do you want to see the defense do to start to control this game and change the momentum?
I want to see more blitzes. Obviously we that 4th and 3, he just rushed 4 guys and Jared Goff burned them. So just bring pressure, get creative. Matt Eberflus, and let's continue to put pressure on Jared Goff. Obviously, your front four from time to time can get some. If it's Montez Sweat's getting in there, Ngakoue got a sack in that first half, but let's create some pressure, get some pressure. And then Tremaine Edmunds, can you please stop missing damn tackles? You're being paid a lot of money to make those damn tackles. Now, he had a couple nice ones, but then he missed so many damn tackles. I've seen so many running backs just bounce off of him. I'm tired of that. So Tremaine Edmunds, make some tackles. And again, up front 4, get some pressure on Jared Goff, whether it's manufactured or just Montez Sweat and Ngakoue getting back in there. Now, we did see Sweat come off the football field with what looked like maybe just some pain. Maybe he got a wind knocked out of him. Who knows? But hopefully he's back in there. That's not injured. He's not injured seriously. But yeah, just get pressure on Goff. You're getting to him. You obviously know how to defend this kid, because this guy's thrown 4 interceptions in the last 2 games to this Bears defense. So let's continue to get pressure, make him, hear footsteps or whatever you want to call it, and throw the ball back to the Bears defenders so they can create some turnovers and get some positive momentum going on offense.
Coach, you got 30 seconds.
Get them in the 3rd and long. So maybe I'll add to what Danny said. Maybe some run blitz on early downs, right? Because obviously they're having success in the run game. So pick and choose your poison on some run downs, some run blitzes, and try to get Jarrett in the 3rd and long and let him throw more picks to us.
They've kicked off over at Soldier Field. We will be back here immediately after the game to review, hopefully, a Bears win. Take care, everybody.